Brian, what exactly are we voting on?
What we're voting on is an advisory referendum question as to whether or not the citizens of Shawano are willing to spend $1.8 million and some change to have these two parks, Franklin Park and Smalley Park, along with the splash pad, constructed and completed in their entirety in the next year and a half or 2 years at a cost to taxpayers of about $25 per 100,000 value. The goal is to get them done quickly so that they can be appreciated by the community quickly. And we want to know if the community is willing to spend that kind of money and see their taxes increase by approximately $25 for that $100,000 value now, as opposed to over time.
Would this replace the wading pool?
This would replace the wading pool, yes.
Matt, this one I guess would be for you. Why are we proposing this?
The city uses different plans, redevelopment plans that Eddie uses at Public Works. In Parks and Recreation, we use an outdoor rec plan, and that's usually a 5-year document that's based upon the input of the citizens, but also looking at NRPA standards and kind of what we know are best practices in the field of park and recreation. We create multiple layers, and then we try and bring into our park system what the people want. And so this was most recently done in 2014, so we've been utilizing that 5-year plan since then. And in that, there's approximately 300 people that were interviewed or filled out surveys, and some Avener gave a response. And these two projects, being the Franklin Park project and the Smalley Park project, came to the top priority. They were things that people wanted to see added to the community for a couple of reasons. Franklin Park is a very unique situation in the fact that it's only a half a block or a block off of our downtown. Many times when you're developing parks, it's on the fringes of the community. It's as a part of a new subdivision, or it's kind of out in the cornfield that will soon become the neighborhood. This is in the heart. This is in the heart of our city. It's in the heart of a residential neighborhood, and so ultimately the basis of it is people want to see it become more than just an open space, just a green field. There's components we can include there that will bring a positive benefit to our community.
Can you explain in more detail what specifically would be completed?
Sure. So three, as we've been talking, three very separate projects. The splash pad itself, if people haven't been to one, it's usually a concrete form at grade, at level, with different water jets and things that come flying up, buckets of water that kids can run through. It's more simply described as a playground with water feature. Playground with water. So you're going to wear your swimsuit to it, you're going to run around on the warm summer days. The piece there, it will again happen at Memorial Park. It'll replace the wading pool. This component will be, it'll be nicer. Right now the wading pool really only serves those that are 6 years old and under because of it being a small space. This can be used by infants to toddlers to their grandparents that are bringing them down as caregivers. They can all kind of enjoy the space. And so that'll be unique. It will add to our infrastructure. It will add to what we can actually offer. At Smalley Park, we're looking at a lot of water access. The beautiful Wolf River. We've been fortunate to work with the Ski Sharks over the last year to help bring the amphitheater and kind of stage area, not only to improve the facilities for them, but for anyone else who wants to use it, but also creating separation between them and the beachgoers. We brought the city beach back, and last summer was kind of the first summer we've had it back in full perpetuity, and allowing the public to utilize that space more while also keeping those with vested interests in mind. The park itself has one of the older park shelters or park pavilions. In fact, a lot of it's not even being used just because it's older and it's seen its life. So we replaced it with a structure that's very similar to something at Huckleberry Harbor or Memorial Park or Ebeline. Fairly simplistic, but very, very usable and very functional. Consisting of storage facilities, men's and women's restrooms open to the public, usually a picnic shelter area that can be rented for family get-togethers, birthday parties. This structure at the Smalley Park would most likely have some external showers and things for the beachgoers, some additional storage, and pieces of that site. The site would then be connected, the beach and the ADA fishing piers and canoe and kayak launch, and the buildings would all be connected via ADA walking trails. One of the challenges of that site is it's fairly steep coming from the top, but now that we have access up to the 3rd Street, we have some real gentle avenues, so those with any sort of physical impairment can still get out there and can still enjoy the water, whether that's sitting on a bench watching the ski shark show or whether that's taking a dip in the river. At Franklin Park, we're trying to fill unique niches. Brian had shared that we have a lot of very strong Everline, Memorial, Marcy Park, very sports-oriented athletic complexes, which are very nice and bring people in as well. The niches we're filling here are maybe slightly different. The niche at Franklin Park is maybe more of a cultural feel to it. The stage area would have a stage at which a music performance can take place, movies in the park, if people have been to any communities that have those, any sort of presentations could occur from. That stage area would also then have bathrooms in it, just like our other parks systems, some storage for groups that need to use it or rent it, a park pavilion, picnic tables and things where passerbyers can enjoy lunch. The other components of the park include an at-grade water fountain, which would be at the north end of the park. Much of the feedback was we're the city on the wolf, how we bring a water feature to our park system, and so that's something that would be enjoyed by someone sitting on a bench or seeing birds fly through, or even a child running through the water on a hot summer day. It does allow for some space at the south end of the park for a playground, although that is not in this particular plan. The commission and council and staff all feel that we've been addressing our playgrounds very aggressively through other means, so we'd prefer to kind of reinvest those resources into something that we don't have at this point in time. Again, just like Smalley Park, the park would be connected via ADA trail, whether it be a blacktop or a concrete surface, so someone could easily move around the park. One of the main components, or what brings all this together, is really the infrastructure, and that's the infrastructure, whether it be water, sewer, electrical, and buildings, to be able to host community events, to be able to have a site where a nonprofit could come in and have a large event that brings 300, 400, 500, 1,000, 2,000 people to our community. And so things like parking stalls, which currently don't exist out there, parking, electrical and stuff will be included as well.